Well, good morning, Mountain View students. I just want to first say that we miss you all tremendously, and obviously we are back to phase one of our reopening through this pandemic. Hopefully this won't be a very major setback, but just maybe a minor setback for a little while. We did have things planned and things that we had to cancel, so for those of you all that knew about us going to the pond place and maybe having a cookout, obviously that's all been postponed, and we'll try to reschedule if everything is allowed in the next few weeks to month or so. But for now, we've scaled back just a little bit. We've got a few weeks to kind of reevaluate to see where things are heading. But all that we can do at this point, and all that we could ever do at this point, is to go to the Lord in prayer. Go to the Lord in prayer that He would see a way through this pandemic for us, but also that He would open our eyes to see and allow us to see what He's doing around us during this time. You know, I can't help but to think that this is a time that we have an opportunity to dive deeper into our relationship with the Lord. You know, I began to think about, just as I wanted to give you all just a small devotion this morning, something for you all to think about. And I couldn't help but to think about what is the most important thing that we could be doing right now during this quarantine, during this pandemic, when things are scaled back and we have a little more time on our hands than we ever have before. And the most important thing that we can do at this point is to dive deep into our relationship with our Father. And I can't help but to think that in a few years from now, that when we look back on the year 2020 and we ask ourselves the question, how did we utilize the opportunity to have a lot more time on our hands than normal? Did we utilize it by playing video games, or by wasting time, or running through series on Netflix or what have you? Or did we utilize our time to grow closer and deeper in our walk with the Lord? Did the Lord speak to you in the year 2020 in a way that He never has before? And so that's my challenge for you. I want to challenge you to dive deep into your personal relationship with the Lord. You know, we can talk all the time that we want to about how does the Lord want to use you with your friends? How does He want you to share the gospel? How does He want you to be have a great commission mind? You know, we can talk about all of these different things, but if we overskip our one-on-one personal relationship with our Heavenly Father, then we've missed it completely. See, all of those other things that I just talked about will follow. You know, if we are close in our walk with the Lord, if we're growing deeper in our relationship with Him each and every day, then those other things are going to fall into place, and we will be able to hear and to see how the Lord's wanting to use us more clearly. And so I want to challenge you with this idea of surrendering everything that you have to the Lord. And I can't help but to think that all of us are in some way holding something in our life that we're just not quite ready to fully give over to the Lord. And I'm reminded of Matthew chapter 16, whenever Jesus begins to talk about picking up your cross and following Him. And Matthew chapter 16, if you have a Bible nearby and you want to open it up, we're going to just look at verses 24 here in the next coming verses. And it says, "Then Jesus told His disciples, 'If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what shall a man give in return for his soul? For the Son of Man is going to come with His angels in the glory of His Father, and this will repay each person according to what he has done. Truly I say to you, there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the Son of Man coming in His kingdom.'" See, Jesus is challenging His disciples to pick up their cross and to follow Him, and to follow Him daily at this point. So what is it in your life that the Lord may be asking you to surrender? What are some things in your life that you're holding on to? There may be things, whether it be friendships or relationships, that you know that you are placing in front of God that's holding the place that the Lord should have in your life. You know, I've always told anything is sin that has more weight on it than you are putting on you're putting on with the Lord. If there's something that you value more greatly, more deeply than your faith with the Lord, then it is sin. And so there may be things in your life that right now that you say, you know what, I have been valuing those more than I have with the Lord. And so that could be maybe even sports in some of your all's worlds. It may be relationships. It may be even academics. There may be different things in your life that you have. It may just be simply spending time on TV. I don't know necessarily what all of your all's daily habits are, but there's things in your life that you're holding on to more greatly. For some of us adults, it may be jobs. It may be security in some way, something that we have placed in front of the Lord. So I want to challenge you guys to be able to dive deep into your relationship with the Lord. I want you all to utilize the media that we have in Right Now Media. I haven't talked about it in a few weeks, but I want to challenge you to go on there and to find a devotion that best fits your need. I want to challenge you right now as we talk about surrender that there is one on there with Francis Chan that's just simply entitled Surrender. Go on there, dive deep into it, and to see if the Lord will use you and use this time to further your walk with the Lord. Guys, I love you. I miss you. I hope this has been a blessing to you. I hope to see you in the few coming weeks. Have a great day.